you very much. We're going to play a few songs written by Mr. Tom T. Hall. Tom T. Hall is a great storytelling songwriter, lives down in Nashville, Tennessee, where we both now live. And he put out a record back in 1974 called Songs of Fox Hollow about life on his farm down there. And we've done a new version of that record. And these are songs off of that one. I love little baby ducks, old pickup trucks, slow-moving trains and rain. I love little country streams, sleep without dreams, Sunday school in May and hay. And I love you too. I love leaves in the wind, pictures of my friends, birds in the world, and squirrels. I love coffee in a cup, little fuzzy pups, old TV shows, and snow. And I love you too. I love honest open smiles, kisses from a child, tomatoes on the vine, and onions.
Onions?
Onions. I love winners when they cry, losers when they try, music when it's good, and life. And I love you too. Well, thank you. It was a big #1 country hit, probably the only country #1 hit that has little baby ducks in it.
That's right.
Probably was.
Tom T's friends thought he was crazy. One of them met him in the airport and said, "Tom T, why are you singing about little baby ducks? That's crazy." And Tom T said, "I must have a hit." And he did. A big #1 hit.
Big #1 hit back in
And
1970.
kids listened to it, and dads and moms listened to it, and grandparents and truck drivers and all sorts of people listened to that. So we listened to it.
John, there's a little bit of... Could you bring down my vocal just a hair, please? Hey, hey, hey. One night as I lay sleeping, something awakened me. There was a light on in my barn, so I went down to see. I peeked through a big old crack in the door. What do you think I saw? The animals were having a barn dance right in the horse's stall. And there was a chicken doing a chicken reel, and the muskrat rambled on. The old cow did the cow-cow boogie, and the rooster crowed a song. Mouse ran out of his hiding place, he danced on one leg. The old thing got so tickled that she almost laid an egg. They were all dressed up for the barn dance, and you wanna laugh. Rabbit wore a big bow tie, and a pig wasn't looking in the looking glass. Goose danced with the gander till an old goat butted in. Horse was a horsing around a lot till the mare got mad at him. And there was chicken doing the chicken reel, and the muskrat rambled on. Old cow did the cow-cow boogie, and the rooster crowed a song. Mouse came out of his hiding place, he danced on one leg. The Old hen got so tickled that she almost laid an egg. And there was chicken doing the chicken reel, and the muskrat rambled on. Old cow did the cow-cow boogie, and the rooster crowed a song. Mouse came out of his hiding place, he danced on one leg. Old hen got so tickled that she almost laid an egg. Yes, they're barn dances.
Thank you. And just like the animals were dancing, you guys can dance all you want, and it's just fine. Nobody's going to tell you not to dance. And nobody's going to tell you you have to dance if you don't like to dance. I don't like to dance. That's why I started playing guitar.
We're going to be doing a bunch more of those Tom T. Hall songs, but every now and then we'll slide in some of these songs that I recorded with my band Last Train Home. Throw my ticket out the window. Throw my suitcase out there too. Throw my troubles out the door. I don't need them anymore, 'cause tonight I'll be staying here with you. I should have left this town this morning, but it was more than I could do. But your love comes on so strong, and I've waited all day long for tonight when I'll be staying here with you. Oh, is it any wonder the love a stranger might receive? You cast your spell and I went under. I find it difficult to leave. I can hear that whistle blowing. I hear the station master too. If there's a poor boy on the street, then let him have my seat. 'Cause tonight I'll be staying here with you. Oh, is it any wonder the love a stranger might receive? You cast your spell and I went under. I find it difficult to leave. Throw my suitcase out there too. Throw my troubles out the door. I don't need them anymore, 'cause tonight I'll be staying here with you.
Thank you.
Let's get back to a little bit of Tom T. Hall's songs for the youngsters. We've got them, they're for sale over there if you want to take one home for the little ones. Or probably, they're bigger now, aren't they? They just grow so fast.
And they work for big ones who like, Patty Griffin and Buddy Miller and Dwayne Eddy and Bobby Bear and all the neat people that we've got on this record.
We got really great people to sing on that. We've got them in a coloring book form if you want to. We don't provide the crayons, but we've got the coloring book back there and the record and some of our own records, but it's right there under the tent right by the soundboard over there.
Everybody loves to hear a bird sing, but you gotta You gotta keep things okay so the birds can hang around in the trees. Like we've got nice trees right here on the streets. Sometimes birds don't have enough to eat. There's not enough food in the fields or the streams. There are too many cities where there used to be trees, so it's left up to you and me. Everybody loves to hear a bird sing. The prettiest music you have ever heard. Here's how to make friends with a bird. I'll tell you. First you get some peanut butter out of a jar. And you can find a bag of birdseed anywhere. You mix it all together and you put it on the ground. And pretty soon the birds come around. Everybody loves to hear a bird sing. It's a nice whistle here.
Thank you, Peter.
The prettiest music you have ever heard. Here's how to make friends with a bird. Some people buy some. Some people buy spray and they spray it on the land to kill all the little bitty bugs that they can. The birds eat the bugs and it makes them sick. I wish we didn't have to do that, because everybody loves to hear a bird sing. The prettiest music you have ever heard. Here's how to make friends with a bird. Well, right now you're young and you're not very tall. You're really very busy and you're really very small. Someday when you're older and things go wrong, you're gonna need a pretty bird song. Everybody loves to hear a bird sing. It's the Eric bird. The prettiest music you have ever heard. That's how to make friends with a bird.
Tom T. Hall and his wife Dixie Hall down in south of Nashville, they used to raise basset hounds. They used to breed them and they used to take them to dog shows, and they used to win a whole lot of blue ribbons and best in show basset hound. But there was one basset hound that just didn't cut it.
No, but they loved him.
He was friendly, he jumped around and wagged his tail, and that's why he didn't win ribbons, because you're not allowed to jump around at a dog show.
That's right. But he wanted to be a show dog, but he wasn't good at all the stuff that the show dogs had to do. But then one day, Johnny Cash, Tom T. Hall's friend, needed a dog for his television show, and he called on Lonesome George the Basset. And so Lonesome George got to be on TV, he got to be a show dog after all, just not the kind of show dog they thought they were raising.
Old Lonesome George the Basset lived in Brentwood, Tennessee. And even though he had his faults, he was a sight to see. He taught the show dog puppies to always try and please, to hold their heads and tails up and not wet the judge's knees. Old George was not a champion, but his owners loved him so. They'd drive the car to dog shows, old George would get to go. But when he'd get out in the ring, he never could win first. Several judges shook their heads and said he was the worst. Then one day the kennel keeper got an urgent call from the local TV to Mr. Tom T. Hall. They said Johnny Cash is putting on a show tonight. They said he needs a basset. You got one, ain't that right? So Lonesome George went to the show and he did everything. He barked and growled and jumped around and made the rafters ring. He left the people cheering for another curtain call. And so Lonesome George became a show dog after all. The story of old Lonesome George. For anybody who has a dog at home, or especially a basset hound. Capo 3?
Yep. So we move from dogs to foxes. They're not all that dissimilar from dogs, foxes.
I believe they're related.
They're kind of related, but dogs, they'll run up to you and want to jump up on you and lick your face and all that. And foxes, you don't see much of them. I'll bet there's nobody here whose face has been licked by a fox. And there was one on Tom T's property who just never liked to be seen, but you could see his tracks sometimes when it would snow. You would see that his tracks had been there. And this is a song about that called The Mysterious Fox of Fox Hollow. Eric, will you sing this one?
I would love to.
You sing this on the record.
I do sing it on the record.
And in the coloring book.
The mysterious fox of Fox Hollow. He doesn't have many friends. He hides in the forest behind a big rock. He sniffs with his nose in the wind. You'll never see him, there's no need to look. He'll hide in the grass or he'll hide in a bush. Sometimes he will run and jump over a log, for he is afraid of your dog. Woof, woof! You're scaring the dog over there. I saw him look up when you did that. The mysterious fox of Fox Hollow. He plays with a foxy old bunch. He comes out at night to steal chickens. Someday he might eat your lunch. But you'll never see him, there's no need to look. He'll hide in the grass or he'll hide in a bush. Sometimes he will run and jump over a log, for he is afraid of your dog. Woof, woof. The mysterious fox of Fox Hollow. You ask me how I know, though I never have seen him. One day at the barn, I saw his tracks in the snow.
How many?
4 of them. You'll never see him, there's no need to look. He'll hide in the grass and he'll hide in the bush. Sometimes he will run and jump over a log, for he is afraid of your dog. Woof, 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 woof. Here, Capo 3, well, we're here, I promised that Paul Simon thing.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, sure.
Speaking of songs on Capo 3, here's a song that I learned that I thought was a pretty great song back in 1972 when I was 12 years old. It's written by Paul Simon. Oh, peace like a river ran through the city. Long past the midnight curfew, we sat starry-eyed. Oh, we were satisfied. Oh, and I remember misinformation followed us like a plane. Time to time, if the plans were changed. Whoa, 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 if the plans were changed. You can beat us with wires, you can beat us with chains. You can run out your rules, but you know you can't outrun the history train. seen a glorious day. Woke up from out of my dream. Nowhere to go but back to sleep, but I'm reconciled. Whoa, I'm gonna be up for a while. Whoa, I'm gonna be up for a while. Oh, 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 I'm gonna be up for a while. Thanks, that's an old Paul Simon song by request. Here's one that's off that Tom T. Hall record. The record's called I Love, Tom T. Hall's Songs of Fox Hollow. This one on the record, it's sung by our friend Mr. Jim Lauderdale. Jim's a great songwriter, country singer down in Nashville. And it's about how you feel on the inside. Mink wears a mink coat the whole year round, even when he is not going to town. A skunk has a striped coat, it's pretty, he thinks, although we all know he stinks. An elephant has hide as hard as a rock, zebra has stripes and a leopard has spots. Sometimes I'm sad when I look at my hide, but I'd rather feel pretty inside. I like to feel pretty inside, don't you? I like being kind and I like being true. I like to like me when I close my eyes. I like to feel pretty inside. Oh, I like to feel pretty inside. If a mink wore a cloth coat the whole year round, he had to wear it when he went to town. If a skunk had a red coat and smelled like a rose, do you think he'd turn up his nose? If elephants had fur, as likely as not, a leopard would have stripes and a zebra have spots. I guess it would be great to have a new hide, but I'd rather feel pretty inside. I like to feel pretty inside, don't you? I like being kind and I like being true. I like to like you when I close my eyes. I'd like to feel pretty inside. Oh, I like to feel pretty inside.
There's an elephant right back there.
I like to feel pretty inside, don't you? I like being kind and I like being true. I like to like you when I close my eyes. I like to feel pretty inside. Oh, I like to feel pretty inside.
Wow.
Well, hello, Mr. Elephant.
We were just singing about you. How you have hide as hard as a rock. Yeah. So I like flowers.
Sure you do. Who doesn't?
Most people like flowers. You know, you got to be careful with your flowers around an elephant like that, because that's a very nice elephant. He's got big old feet, and sometimes he'll stomp a flower accidentally. And then if he stomps your flower, you got to do something to help the flower out. And Tom T. Hall had a flower that was real dry. It was on his land, and he just went out, and his wife made him go out and sprinkle it with some water, and it came right back up. And this is a song he wrote about it. It's called "I Made a Friend of a Flower Today." I made a friend of a flower today, a piece of creation God put in my way. Down near the forest where it had grown wild, poor thirsty petals looked to me and smiled. So I took my cup and went down to the spring, filled up the cup and I gave it a drink. It wasn't so very far out of my way, I made a friend of a flower today. Sometimes a flower gets thirsty and dry when there's not a sign of a cloud in the sky. Well, I couldn't wait for the sky to turn gray, so I made a friend of a flower today. I took my cup and went down to the spring. I filled up the cup and I gave it a drink. It wasn't so very far out of my way, I made a friend of a flower today. Pretty wee flower blushed purple and pink. All that it took was a spring water drink. It seemed like it smiled as I went on my way. I made a friend of a flower today. So I took my cup and went down to the spring. I filled up the cup and I gave it a drink. It wasn't so very far out of my way, I made a friend of a flower today. I hope this memory won't fade away, my little friend growing there in the clay. It was just one small flower, but it made me think, and I hope the angels will give it a drink. I took my cup and went down to the spring, filled up the cup and I gave it a drink. It wasn't so very far out of my way, I made a friend of a flower today. I became buds with a flower today. Did you get it, Eric? I said I became buds.
You got
buds with
buds.
a flower.
You get flowers, they have buds. See?
Yeah.
We get a quarter up. Steve told me, so we'll just do these songs and it'll be it.
Do you like true stories?
I love true stories. Brendan, this one's for you. Do you like true stories? Well, I do. That's why I'm singing this song. A song about a one-legged chicken who lives in the straw on the floor in my barn. I remember the day she was hatched out. The vet came to see her and said, "What is it?
That chick has just one leg. She'll never grow up." The vet said she'd be better off dead.
Oh, I said no, let's let her keep growing. We'll just wait and see how she gets. Before very long she was hopping and pecking and chasing the bugs with the rest. And now she is a beautiful chicken, though she has only one leg. When I go to see her each morning, she hops from the nest and she leaves me an egg. And she cackles. Do you like true stories? Well, I do. And that's why I've sung you this song.
Which song?
The song about the one-legged chicken who lives on the floor in my barn.
Wow. That chicken noise is hard to make. On the record, our friend, his name is Soup, but he's a person, not a food. And he's a chicken expert. He can cluck just like a chicken. So the chickening on the record is much better than it was right here. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for hanging out.
By the way, Last Train Home is playing up at Iota in December. We're doing December Friday, Saturday, Sunday before Christmas, December 16, 17, and the Sunday show for the kids on Sunday, December 18th. So
Iota, that's that club right down the street.
that club right down there that's sponsoring this stage. Iota,
right.
yes indeed.
They're nice people down there. And you've got a Sunday matinee then?
We do, a Sunday show for kids there on December 18th.
Wow, very cool.
How do you talk to a little baby goat? You can't go meow like a cat. When you go meow to a little baby goat, he can't go meow right back. No, you have to say bye to a little baby goat. You can't say hello like a man. You have to say bye to a little baby goat, 'cause that's all he understands.
How do you talk to a little baby goat? Well, you can't go cackle like a hen. When you go cackle to a little baby goat, it doesn't mean a thing to him. No, you have to say bye to a little baby goat. You can't say hello like a man. You have to say bye to a little baby goat, 'cause that's all he understands. How do you talk to a little baby goat? You can't go quack like a duck. When you go quack to a little baby goat, it just doesn't mean very much. No, you can't go meow, cackle, quack to a goat. You can't say hello like a man. You can't go meow, cackle, quack to a goat. Remember, you have to say back. That's it. Thank you.
We just have a couple more right now, and it's been a pleasure. And then the great Bobby Thompson Band is going to come on up and rock it out on the Iota stage. And then we're going to get some empanadas and some Pete's Pizza and some coffee and say hello to some familiar faces.
We might get some tandoor and some rooftop.
All right.
There's a lot of viable food choices out here.
That's right. Viable. That's the key. This song on the record that we put out, don't forget you can grab your copy of that. It's called I Love Tom T. Hall's Songs of Fox Hollow. Some of these songs that we've been singing are on there. Some of them on the record are sung by Peter Cooper and myself, Eric Brace. But this one in particular on that record, it's sung by Mr. Bobby Bare, the great country singer. This was another #1 hit back then. When the TV won't work and your toys fall apart, You have a sad feeling deep in your heart. You want to go out, but it's raining out there. I want you to know I care. I care, I do. There's no one like you. When they take you someplace and make you sit in a chair,
I hate that.
I want you to know I care. When you tell a big lie and your parents are mean, when being grown up is a faraway dream, when they're filling your teeth and they're cutting your hair, I want you to know I care. I care, I do. There's no one like you. I mention your name when I'm saying my prayers. I want you to know I care. When you have a bad cold and you can't go out, when you sit for a week with that thing in your mouth, when you sleep in the dark and there's something out there, I want you to know I care. I care, I do. There's no one like you. And sometimes when I act like a grouchy old bear, I want you to know I care. Peter has a dentist appointment next week. He's not looking forward to it. He hates the dentist chair. But you kids, go to your dentist.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Clarendon Day. And aren't we glad that we did that anti-rain dance so successfully? Can you hear the night birds crying? Can you hear the lonesome dove singing, won't you come back, darling, to the only one you love? Meet me out on the mountain underneath the lonesome pine, where we vow to love each other. Darling, say, won't you be mine? Where the mountain laurel's blooming and the wildwood blossom blows, where we swore to love each other in our childhood long ago. Meet me out on the mountain underneath the lonesome pine, where we vow to love each other. Darling, say, won't you be mine? Well, I left my little darling, oh Lord, I rambled for so long. Many's time I prayed to see her, and now I'm on my way back home. Meet me out on the mountain underneath the lonesome pine, where we vow to love each other. Darling, say, won't you be mine? Meet me out on the mountain, oh, underneath the lonesome pine, where we vow to love each other. Darling, say, won't you be mine? Darling, say, won't you be mine? Oh, darling, say, won't you be mine? Oh, mine. Well, thank you very much. That's Peter Cooper.
That's Eric Brace.
We'll see you next time.